Welcome everybody to today where we celebrate and commemorate the memorial of St. Alphonsus Liguori. So today in the gospel, notice how it presents to all of us here John the Baptist and King Herod, how John the Baptist had told King Herod that it was unlawful for him to marry the wife Herodias. And with this being stated, King Herod wanted to kill John the Baptist, but because he fears the crowds who regarded John the Baptist as prophet, he did not manage to kill John the Baptist. But that wasn't until King Herod was so distracted by the dance, the wonderful dance that his younger daughter had performed, to the point where King Herod was able to grant the daughter any wish that she had of him. And it can go from small to big matters. But that's when Herodias had told the daughter to request King Herod for the head of John the Baptist on the platter, to the point where she made this request and King Herod was deeply distressed, but because he didn't want to break the daughter's promise, he decided to send the soldiers to go get the head of John the Baptist, to which it was already done, and the daughter gave it to the mother, to the point where other people had told others about Jesus. Here, what lesson can we learn from today's Holy Gospel? We notice that throughout her journey of faith, we can easily become disturbed. Why can we easily be disturbed? Because of all of the events that are going on throughout our lives. Sometimes we are disturbed so much to the point where we do not focus on the ultimate goal to which it is set and placed before each and every one of us here. Sometimes when we are so disturbed, we tend to easily fall away from what God has planned for each and every one of us here, to the point where all of us here don't feel this inner peace. We feel lost, just like wandering throughout the forest. Just like these lost sheep, out of the 100 sheep, one sheep gets very, very lost to the point where they do not know where they are going. Each and every one of us here can sometimes experience this feeling to the point where we let that feeling help control all of us here. So Jesus invites each and every one of us here to go and take a step back, to recognize where we are going, and to ask God to help guide each and every one of us here in continuing to recognize our journey, so that way all of us here can fully understand the goal to which each and every one of us here are trying to head towards. So if, going back to the Holy Gospel, if King Herod understood that John the Baptist was the prophet, then he would know that he should say no to the daughter, but it is to fulfill the daughter's request. Hence, if he were to have this big life situation, then he would have to continue to question himself. Does he continue to prioritize the others, or does he continue to prioritize his own family members? So each and every one of us here, as we strive to continue to live forth our journey of faith, are called to continue to question ourselves. Who do we continue to prioritize in our lives? Do we continue to prioritize God, or do we continue to prioritize ourselves? And through the commemoration of the saint that we are commemorating for today, may he continue to intercede for each and every one of us here, especially throughout hard life situations that each and every one of us here are going through. Sometimes we need the help of the saints in order for all of us here to continue to make just decisions. So that way, all of us here can go to continue to recognize God throughout our faith. Thank you to each and every one of you guys who are taking the time to listen to this reflection and for more videos like this. Please consider liking and subscribing and commenting down below any questions that you may have about the faith. Thank you.